Alrighty, traders. This is Blake Morrow. You are listening to the daily Roundup webinar, and we are just wrapping up the European session. Stocks are at all-time highs. I mean, look at the S&P just breaking out. Amazing. So, the question is, how far are we going to go? Where can we go to? Remember, the top of the wedge still comes in. Well, now it's there's the 161% extension at 4,500. 4520 would be the 127% extension of this last move lower. So, I mean, that realistically seems like where we're going. And you look at the Nasdaq's just breaking out, big move higher. The Dow, trying to make some headway, but overall, risk appetite is strong and it continues to hold up really well. And, a lot of people are looking at it as, the Fed is going to continue to be dovish. And that's why they, the COVID hesitation is going to keep them, just dovish. And we're not going to see tapering, by the end of this year. And that's keeping the market really bullish right now. What we'll have to see is actually, how the Fed chairman sounds and the rest of the Fed governors sound at this week at Jackson Hole. But for right now, the market is just taking everything in and saying, you know what, they're going to continue to be dovish. So you have to think about that, because that puts the market in a precarious situation in the event that the Fed is not so dovish. If the Fed remains relatively hawkish and they feel like they need to normalize monetary policy, the market squeezing right now is going to reverse itself at the end of the week. So that's something that, for us as traders, that's what we really hope for, right? You hope for the market to prepare for one thing and then get hit with something different, because then it creates volatility, creates some movement in the market. But that's what I'd be thinking right now. Dollar index is pulling back. We're getting back into that the support zone. It's overshot where I thought we were going to go. I thought we were going to stop here at 93.20. We're pulling back. We're at the 50%, but we could come back all the way down to the 618 retracement. So just, in my opinion, we're getting down to the support zone down here. So just be careful with that, because you look at currencies like the euro. The euro is recovering, but we're at that 50% retracement here that we talked about, and that descending trend line. Looks like to me that we can actually hit 117.50, 117.55. But you're seeing other currencies that are stretching their legs, like the cable. The cable's up against resistance right now. Matter of fact, what we should do with the cable. Let's do this right now. Your high to low. 38% retracement comes in at 137.45. So that's going to be some resistance. Aussie is pushing up towards its resistance. Its resistance is going to be here at about 72.40. The Kiwi, I thought would stop here, but the 38% retracement is actually at 69. Basically 69.15, and you can see all this previous support here. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little higher here in the Kiwi. I actually might consider taking a short in the New Zealand dollar personally. And the reason why I say that is because I still think the RBNZ, the fact that they didn't raise rates, I know it just pushed everything back, but I think that should weigh heavier on the Kiwi. One of the only reasons why the Kiwi is rallying right now is because, obviously you got strong risk appetite at this moment. So that's what I'm thinking with the Kiwi. Dollar Canadian's pulled back pretty good. We're getting towards that. Remember, this is a very, very big previous resistance, should act as support. We're basically there. So I know a lot of people in the chat room have been shorting the Canadian dollar. You need to be a little careful with it down here, in my opinion. I think it's at risk of a bounce from these levels. Anywhere between we're at the 50% retracement or just below it to the 618. So anywhere between this 126.80 to 126.20. I think that those are going to be pretty big support levels in the dollar Canadian. US dollar Norwegian krona has pulled back towards the 890. I've already started a position here at 894, or actually at 895, but I started a position. I want to add to it. I'm going to see how far we can go. I think it depends a lot on, how far the dollar pulls back. So I haven't pulled the trigger on adding to any of it, but this is how I'm expressing my dollar bullishness is through the Norwegian krona. Most of you guys know that because, obviously I'm looking at a much bigger, reversal pattern in the US dollar Norwegian krona. So I'm using these pullbacks as opportunities. But that's what I'm doing here with the Norwegian krona. Let's take a look at some of the other markets. Let's take a look at gold. So gold has had a nice recovery. We're, coming right into a downtrend line. This is the 200-day moving average right here. So got to be a little careful with gold. I think gold's obviously acting better because the dollar's weaker, but false breakdowns already played out in my opinion. So you got to start being a little bit more cautious. Let's take it from this high here. 618 comes in around 1820. So, everywhere between 1815, 1820, it's going to 1830, maybe this is all going to be pretty good resistance for the gold market. Silver can't even make it up to 24. I mean, we're getting close, but still it's underperforming. Bitcoin's come down a little bit after completing the AB equals CD move. Just remember that. I know we talked about it earlier today, but it's something that should catch your attention. Other than that, guys, it's kind of a slow August day. I expect it to be kind of slow this week up until Thursday. So, if you guys are looking to take some time away from the markets, probably the next couple of days are the good days to do it. You want to be back Wednesday afternoon, Thursday. That's what I would think. So anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, I forgot to put on the video camera. One other thing I want to let you guys know. I'm actually going to be interviewing Lynn Alden a little bit later today. So we're going to get her macro view of the market, also her view of the dollar, precious metals. I know she's really into crypto right now, so we're going to talk a little bit about that. A lot of different topics that I'll be hitting with Lynn. So that's going to be an exciting interview. You guys got to be on the lookout for that. It should be fun. So everybody have a great day. Thank you for your continued support. I appreciate you all, and I will talk to you soon.